So one quick surprise worth noting is that I added more plants. I've got the Truffula Pink Gomphrena that I talked about, 5 on each side, and I added another flat of the bubblegum. So we've got a total of 88 plants, I think, in here. Wow, it's bright out today. It is beautiful, and we're finally going to get some color in the garden. It's going to go quick, so we'll run through what we're going to put in real quick here. And we've got lots of color. We've got different heights. We've got different drifts we're going to do, and some accent plants. The big one we're going to do is the Supertunia Vista Bubblegum, and that's a supposed to be a petunia that is on steroids, and it will spread like a vine and provide constant color all summer. And against that, we're going to put in lemon Coral Sedum, which also kind of vines out, spreads, and adds that chartreuse pop. Against this one, we're going to have a competition with some general budget-friendly petunias, and you can already tell here these actually, we have more plants of this, even though I have less flats, I think. But you can already tell that that plant is a lot smaller than this guy. This is almost like a shrub compared to these other ones. But we're gonna do pink and coral in one new garden bed and as a drift, and we're gonna do purple and yellow in another one. And between at the centers, we're gonna have some height, which one of my favorites is Truffula Pink Gomphrena, and you actually need to put this somewhere where people aren't going to be smelling it, because it doesn't smell great. And but it does get 3 to 4 foot tall, wide, big bushy thing. Not sure I want that with the pink, but that'll give us some height in the middle. And with the pink, I think I'm going to use a salvia, which is going to add some blue. See if I can get one with a little bit of a bloom there. And I think that dark foliage against the purple or the pink right there will look decent. That'll be about 3 foot tall, so that'll add the height in the middle. That'll add a blue, maybe pop a little bit against the pink. And I think I'll do the Truffula Pink Gomphrena with the cheap petunias. Hi Ripley, what are you doing? Can I help you? So this is the initial setup. We've got the lemon sedum, lemon coral sedum here in the front, and petunias, and then the height in the middle, which is the blue salvia with those dark leaves. And we ran out of petunias pretty quick, but little more interesting on this side. We did groups of, looks like 5 lemon corals on each side, and then that drift of petunias will fill in hopefully within a month, while we got time. And I've got my irrigation set up. I just need to figure out where exactly I need it to be. I'm going to put one more line here in the middle, and I might do drip, I might do just sprayers, but we'll see if sprayers can handle the workload and get that on a timer. What I'm going to do next is, since this is just mulch, it's not even dirt, I'm going to go through and put we're going to put a hole where each pot needs to be, fill it with some dirt, cheap dirt, and use that to actually plant the each plant in, then smooth the mulch in, then hide the irrigation. So we should be done sometime next October.
You just like pads and balls.
Well, we got it done and looks good other than the drip. The 68 plants I think went in, and we've got spots of lemon coral sedum. We're gonna have the drift of the pink Supertunia bubblegum, and we've got a darker salvia which has got big blue spikes that will be, I think, about 3 foot, maybe just shy of 3 foot. So that'll give us some elevation difference and depth when we're looking at the bed from each side. Road side's going to be similar to this, just less plants because we ran out. But I just need to get the drip finished once the Amazon comes today, and we'll bury that, and it should look really sharp. The other side, again, same thing, just smaller, and might end up getting some more Supertunias because I like that. Even just on one side I think would look good. But once this coral spreads out, we'll have that nice bright chartreuse clean look against that dark mulch with a nice trenched edge with the grass. So we'll have that demarcation of green to dark to super bright to colorful to higher and different color, and then cascading to the same side. The oaks are looking really good, which I'm very pleased with. We got a few dead branches, but those are already dead, so nothing I can do about that. But everything's leafing out, real bushy down here this year. I did treat them, so hopefully we're squeezing some of that up to the bugs that have been annihilating oaks around here. And yeah, I think that just looks, it doesn't look great yet, but I know what it's going to look like. And as long as I can get that watered, I think we should be fine. Problem with the water is this is like 1.5 feet of mulch, so it's very high, and that's going to leak like a sieve. So I'm going to have its dedicated irrigation this year. But I don't know if I'm going to do the drip, but we'll see how that goes. That's going to be a lot of work. But so I did make holes and put topsoil, real cheap soil in. I'll fertilize this, so I'm not worried about them being fed. But I feel like that extra soil I put in, that dent of mulch, is going to act like a planter pot almost, and really hold some moisture, let those roots stay wet. If they're touching mulch, they're just going to dry out instantly. So every plant has kind of a cocoon of cheap soil around it, and my hope is I can keep that cheap soil wet enough to where they root out that top mulch breaks down, adds some compost, and creates some good soil over the years. And over the years we won't need this irrigation, is my theory. And the goal is to really not just create another garden bed. The goal is to feed the trees, save these trees that are 80 years old maybe. And the way to do that is I treated them. I've got grass kept away from the base. I've got a lot of compost and mulch on top. It's going to keep them wet, and this will break down over time, further feeding the trees and hopefully creating a nice bed. Shouldn't need the irrigation for too long, maybe next year, but after that it can be taken out. I think it'll be established enough to where this mulch will just turn to dirt. So and that's what's happened in these fingers down here. So one down and many to go, but this is going to be kind of a compare to cheaper petunias in another bed that we'll do, and we'll see how they perform. Like I said, this is one of the most heavily marketed plants that I've seen. Proven winners, Supertunia Bubblegum, and the lemon coral sedums just go great with them. So each plant had a huge root ball. They looked probably as healthy as any plant that I can find in nurseries around here. So really pleased with that. I expect big things, and regardless, it'll be fun to watch this summer. But thanks for watching, and we'll have more color going in the garden soon. You coming? I'm a weak. You're thirsty, aren't you? So one quick surprise worth noting is that I added more plants. I've got the Truffula Pink Gomphrena that I talked about, 5 on each side, and I added another flat of the bubblegum. So we've got a total of 88 plants, I think, in here. 5 different varieties: Truffula Pink, Vista Bubblegum, the lemon Coral Sedum, and salvia in the middle. So we've got the height, we've got the color differences, we've got the nice clean mulch, and the water is buried. I ended up doing 1 gallon emitters to each individual plant. Buried the tubing supply that sends it there. I've got a mister in there that you can see in the middle that is just a visual for the water going on and off. My supply line going in, I need to clean that up, but I hit it with a mower. But otherwise looks really good. Again, we're gonna have 1 gallon an hour at just in the morning, and 1 gallon in the evening. But it's actually only for 10 minutes, so it's not a full gallon on each plant. So hopefully that'll keep it saturated. I'll check it after a week, and we'll add more time if we need it. But hopefully we're gonna get some rain, and that'll help out with being watered. But we'll sign off again, and thanks for watching. What do you think, Rip? You like it?